Well, just thought I'd do a quick update video on our fish. We have our open weekend this week, in the next couple of days. We're just busy trying to get all the fish sorted out. Get all the pricing done and photographs and things like that are all finished now. So we're just trying to get all the folders organised with all the photographs. These are the fish that are in the main pond. We'll just switch off the auto feeders now, probably tomorrow morning, and they'll not get fed then until after the weekend. Something different we've done this year is done like a bit of a printout just with all the fish, the breeder, the size, the age of the fish and stuff like that. We've done that for all the fish. It's quite time consuming. It's not really like a big selling thing or to say that they're really high quality or anything like that. It's just more or less so people have a record of the age of the fish, the breeder. Because anyway, after the weekend they'll get lots of phone calls and messages, people going, what age was that fish, or which breeder did it come from, or what size was it, and things like that. So it's just easier. It takes a bit longer to print them all out and laminate them and stuff like that, but it gives people something to take away with the fish as well. Yeah, say the last couple of feeds probably going into today or tonight, and then tomorrow morning, and then we'll switch them off. We have done those photographs for all the ponds. Yeah, these feeders are off already. I've switched them off this morning, so just give them a bit of a... Yeah. We're managing to keep our water temperature down at about 15 or 16 inside, which isn't too bad. We're running a bit of cold water through the tanks to try and keep it down. Yeah. There's a lot of, well, not a lot of these sold, but there's quite a few sold fish in amongst these, so I'll be glad to start getting them moved out. These ones are all Isa, Marudo and Shintaro stuff that we sort of grew on from last year. We've got all the certificates done for them as well. It's just, again, the breeders, the sizes and stuff like that. This is all new stuff that came in the autumn harvest. Go outside here to the tosai and stuff like that. These are also some fish that we grew on last year. A lot of mixed varieties in there. They're all sort of around about the 40 cm mark, 35 to 45 cm. We've done really well there in that tank. This is our Dainichi jumbo tosai and the Aoki stuff. We did just give these all a couple of treatments there yesterday, just to make sure that there's nothing wrong with them for going out this weekend. They're still a bit spooked there. Yeah, they've settled in quite well now. They're feeding well and stuff like that. We have had them on the auto feeder there. Again, that'll be switched off tomorrow morning, just to make sure that they're not going to make a mess of any water when they're bagged up. Yeah. Yeah, so this pond over here now is our Marudo Kohaku and the Marusaka Midorigoi. The Midorigoi, I can't remember the price, the Midorigoi are about £45 each, and the Marudo Jumbo Tosai are $2.25 each. There's some really nice pieces in there. We did have the smaller ones were mixed in with them, but I'm going to move them into the pond beside. It's all one system, but I'm going to move them in beside. It'll just be easier to work out what's what at the weekend. Some really nice stuff in amongst this. These are £85. Marudo as well. I'll get them moved up in a minute when I finish this video. This other pond here has the Marudo Yamabuki. They're actually Yamabukis crossed with Makashi Yogons. I'm not 100% sure how they'll turn out in the long run, but they are really nice at the minute. They'll definitely benefit from getting into the pond and getting a good steady amount of food into them. When we're stocked like this at this time of the year, it's very difficult to feed heavily without making a mess of the water. There's also some Umasako Shiro Utsuri in there. I think they're £40 each as well, yeah. They were really popular a couple of years ago, the last time I had them. And I've seen a few of the fish over the last couple of weeks from guys that bought them, and they've turned out really, really well. They are a bit of a long-term project, those fish, so yeah. So these next ones that I'm going to show you are all the smaller fish. There's a real mix of fish in amongst these, so these will be the cheapest fish that we do. I think they're £15 each. We'll probably do some sort of multi-buy deal on these, maybe 5 for maybe 65 or something like that, maybe. But these are from Yamasan. It's just a mix of varieties. You've got sort of metallics, some Kawari stuff, Shiro Utsuris, Parachinas, Shisui, bit of everything, Ochibas, Chagois, all that sort of stuff in there. Really nice, healthy fish, bright colours, good strong fish. Yeah, they're say £15 each. The next tank here is Yamasan as well. These are his long fin stuff. They're going to be £30 each. Again, nice bright colourful fish. Bit of mixture of metallics and Ginrins and just single colours and stuff like that. Very nice. These next ones are from Marasaka. £25 each these are. And again, a real good mix of metallics in here with some Kimonorus and stuff like that in amongst them. King Kitsuri, I see a few in there. Some Deutsch Kohaku and stuff like that. Shisuis as well. But yeah, mostly metallic stuff in his. £25 each, or 5 for 115. Put these back out. Next tank along is going to be Marahide Deutsch mix. Just check the price. I think these are £35 each. They're 35 or 40. I just need to double check that. But yeah, real nice mix in there. Deutsch Sankey, Deutsch Showa and Deutsch Kohaku. A couple of Deutsch Tanchos in there as well, very nice. It's just a small sample. I think there's a couple of hundred fish in there. The next tank along is the Yagenji stuff. These are £48 each. And they're probably, again, I'll do some sort of multi-deal on these as well. Yeah, He always breeds a real good mix of fish, always nice and healthy and strong too, and they grow really, really well. There's a couple of nice skin ring Tancho Showas and some really nice wee Shiro Tsuris in there, and a Sagi as well. His Asagis are excellent. Definitely ones worth growing on. Yeah. And the last tank here on this is the Aoki stuff. Yeah. Some really nice. I don't think they'll show up too well down there. There's a bit of everything. There's a few of those yellow dragon things in here as well. Not too many of them, are very hard to get off them. There is a couple in amongst them. Some really nice Goshki and metallics as well, some of the Kinki Kokurui. Very, very nice Kikasui and stuff. As I say, they do need a bit of feeding up. Look, once we get the numbers down, then we can start feeding a bit heavier again. It's very difficult to feed heavily when there's that many fish in a tank. And I think prioritise the fish health over them growing it during quarantine anyway. And that's the last ones there. I'll probably get a lot of questions about, well, I've had a lot of messages. People ask about the website, the koi for sale on the website. Last year we did put the fish out on the website on the Friday night before the open day, which caused us no end of problems because people were buying fish on the Friday night, on the Saturday, and the orders didn't come through in time for us to update what stock there was. So it ended up there's some fish that were sold on the website that had already been sold in the shop and stuff. So this year we're just going to wait until the week after the open day, and then we'll put all the fish up onto the website then, because it just makes it easier. It's near impossible to keep track while there's so many fish being sold on the Saturday and the Sunday. And as I said, I'd rather that than have people annoyed that the fish that they've bought has already been sold. And we had it a few times last year. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a disaster. So we're not going to do it this year. But that's it. That's all the fish. Look forward to seeing you all at the weekend. Fingers crossed for some good weather. Thanks.